Then they brought me to the hotel. On my bed, so many Nike clothes, like the entire bed full with Nike stuff. New, like 2 pair of new shoes, like 10 T-shirts, a couple hoodies, pants, and everything.
Yeah.
Then we went out to the shoot and stuff, just around Berlin, just
Yeah.
street style. I ate like some food and stuff, and they took some. It was fun, Then I went back for like the night of like to sleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I came back. Bed was made, a new set of new clothes, new shoes, and everything, bro.
Man,
I went home from that place with like 3 big duffel bags, 4 big duffel bags worth of clothes. This is Leo Neugebauer, and you're watching The Sideline Show.
Let's go. Texas, baby. We dripping white and burnt orange, still yelling.
Sideline Show.
hey, what's going on, guys? You are watching The Sideline Show. I am your host, Jackson Prince. And today I have a guest who is quite literally the best in the world at what he does. He's a very, very good friend of mine, big-time athlete at the University of Texas. I have my man, Leo the German. What is up,
sir?
dude?
How you
My
doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic as usual.
Always, man. Dude, you always have a smile on your face. Always have a smile. I've never seen this dude frown once, ever.
Hey, you haven't seen me doing my schoolwork, so.
That's true. That's very true. So, man, just kind of kicking it off on a little bit of a, not so much a serious note, but like I said, you've won all these awards. People are like, oh, you're the best in the world at what you do. What keeps you going? Why do you keep doing this?
Wow, we're jumping right into it, huh?
Yeah, man, we're getting into it.
I don't know. It's more about, I don't look at like certain things that I achieve. It's more about just like a lifestyle, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to, wake up, trying to do the best I can just on a daily basis. And then like you keep just like growing as a person. And it's just like a lifestyle. And I love it.
That's awesome, man. So you're from Germany. What did that look like?
Yeah, so it's kind of like I'm so glad that I came here, and it was like so close to not happening. So one of my friends, I was gonna go to German university, just do track in a club and just do my thing like what everybody does. But then one of my friends said, hey, I'm going there, and then I just like looked at it a little bit, and then I got interest from coaches very fast. And then I was like, okay, maybe I actually might do that too, And then like I visited, and then I was like, yeah, I definitely want to go. Just because the U.S. colleges is so, like the system is not comparable to probably anything in the world,
Really?
Like it's insane. And I thank myself every single day that I did this decision.
Man, that's super cool, dude. So like, obviously, like you grew up in Germany. So did you like always know English or like?
So basically in Germany, they teach you English from a young age.
Really?
But like you literally just hear English and write English. You never talk. So like coming here, I was struggling to talk a little bit just because I didn't have any experience, Yeah. So like I came fresh off the boat in Germany, and then I was just trying to make my way through here with my broken English and stuff. But then over the years, you get very used to it, and now I love speaking English, to be honest.
So I mean, I imagine your coaches played a huge part in like helping you out and making sure you're good with everything.
Definitely.
That's cool, man. Dude, that's super cool. So what do you think culturally, like what's the biggest shift? Because I hear a lot of, like I know a lot of other like foreign athletes, and they're like, man, America's great. Like I'm super pro, like super pro America. And then I hear a lot of like American athletes be like, man, I want to go somewhere else. Like,
yeah.
What was like the culture shift like?
So I would say America has its benefits, but also its downsides. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like downsides are, for example, like y'all don't care at all about like recycling and stuff like that. Like if I tell Germans how we handle trash, it's terrible.
Recycling.
I'm telling you. Look, I'm telling you. In Germany, we have paper, plastic, and everything else. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And if you mess anything up, people get mad at you. Here, we throw everything in the same bin. And like, let's be honest, the recycling bin, everything goes in there. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So,
or nothing at all.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's crazy.
And then also for like some people, they get kind of screwed over by like, debt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Student debt is like a serious issue here.
Yeah.
Which we don't have in Germany. In Germany, university is basically free.
Wow.
Exactly. For everybody.
Wow.
Yes.
So what about like admissions? Like
Nothing. I think you'd pay like $200 a semester or something like that.
Wow.
That's it.
And are there like tests to get into university?
Yeah, I mean, you have to graduate from like we have 3 different tiers of high school. From the highest tier of high school with like a certain degree, and like just the best people get in.
Yeah.
But then once you're in, you're good. You know, you just have
Wow.
to pass everything, and yeah,
That's insane.
I'm telling you.
So why did you want to come here?
I mean, I got a full scholarship.
Right.
So,
So you're
like,
good on that.
Yeah,
You-
I'm good on
anyways,
that.
right.
Exactly.
So it was just American sports.
Yes, for me, it's like as long as you know where like the downsides are and that you can like kind of avoid it, like it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And having a full and now about the parts that I love about the U.S.
Yeah.
People in the U.S. just like having fun. You know
Yes,
what I
we
mean?
do.
They just know how to enjoy life. You know, like y'all just go like to like a park here, go mini golfing, go. What's the cornhole?
Cornhole,
like
yeah.
playing cornhole at some.
That's how you know you're in
restaurant
the
or
South,
something.
man.
Exactly.
Cornhole, like
exactly.
that's.
I'm telling you, y'all just have too much fun, and that's what I'm enjoying here a lot. I feel like it also complements my character of being like easygoing and
Yeah.
just doing whatever makes.
Well, that's why
I
you
want
always
to.
got a smile on your face.
Exactly,
Man. Just
exactly.
always having fun.
And just Austin is it's the perfect city for me to be in.
Oh
to be honest.
man. So what? I mean, did you take a visit here before you came?
Yes, I did.
So what were your initial? I want to hear this story because I've been meaning to ask you.
Yeah. So my visit before this was Minnesota, and it's like totally different, especially temperature wise. Like Minnesota was like cold and everything. Here I came out the airport. It was a like heat wave hitting me, in the face. I was like, oh shit! At the airport, I was like,
Yeah.
what is this place?
Yeah.
I had like jeans on. I was sweating. Oh my god! It was like like just after the summer as well. So it was hot, but like once I like visited a couple of places here in Austin, I was like, this is the spot to be.
This is the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it was from my visit too. Once I got down here, because I heard all these things about Austin, and it's like, oh, the people are crazy and yada yada. Like, I just heard all this stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
from Dallas.
Yeah.
and even coming down here, that's a 3-hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're coming from across the water, man. Like that's,
Yep.
I bet that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. And also, I feel like just going outside your comfort zone, you know what I mean? Just experience is so huge. Even for Americans, if y'all go for like a little bit of time to Europe, trust me, y'all's view on the world will change, just because they have ideas you didn't even think about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like everything just changes, and then you experience, oh, there's a world somewhere else, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it might be better than here. So, you just expand your horizon by exploring.
I heard, I was watching a video the other day, and it said that Americans aren't well traveled. And I think the reason that we're not well traveled is because our country is just so huge.
Yeah.
And it's like you can spend your entire life just traveling around the U.S. What are your
That's-
thoughts on that?
That's very true. Like the US has everything. Y'all have heat, beaches, mountains, like everything you can imagine. But there's something about traveling in other places where they don't speak your language, and you have to kind of like adjust, and you have to kind of find your way around and stuff.
Yeah.
That like makes you grow as a person.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, once you travel by yourself internationally, that's when you get a real adult.
Yeah.
Like
That's real.
That's scary. Like, you're at the airport, you don't know who speaks what, you try to figure your way around the airport and go to this place, that place, and then it really gives you experience. But then also, like, in the process of growing up, it makes you be way more comfortable, like doing stuff by yourself, or in the future providing for your family.
Right.
You as the man, like, oh, let's go here. I know exactly where to ask, where to go. Just your way around, kind of. Does it make sense?
That's a vet answer, man.
I'm sorry.
That's a dude, bro. Like seriously, I'm a young guy. I'm 20
Yeah.
years old. How old are you?
23.
23. Okay, like you got a couple years on me. Like I need to hear some of this stuff, man. So, okay, German food.
Mm-hmm.
What is German food? Like, what are traditional home cooked meal?
Schnitzel, I would say.
Really? What's schnitzel?
It's like a piece of meat. It can be like different kinds of meat. Then you like hit it with like basically a hammer,
Yeah.
and it makes it nice and tender.
Okay.
And then you put like some breading on it, and then you fry it in a pan. Ooh, it's delicious. Oh my
sounds
god.
good.
Then spätzle, that's like some kind of noodles.
Okay.
Trust me, my mom's homemade spätzle, out of this world.
Really?
Yes. and like Linsen or something like that. It's like kind of like beans, but just better. The German beans, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you cook?
A
A little bit.
little bit.
Yeah, man. I can cook a little bit, but I ain't cooking.
Yeah.
I cook steak, man. I got red, white, and blue in my veins, man. I'm cooking steak.
The thing for me is like I've been trying to find hobbies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like for me it's important to spend a lot of time by myself, you know, just like for development. But then it's also important to have hobbies. Not gonna lie, one of my hobbies is just eating out, man.
Yeah.
I love eating out. Just like finding new places, new, you know, parts of town, and you know, just experiencing different foods, you know.
Yeah.
Just like one of my things.
So there's not very many like American foods, but like since you've been in Austin, what's your favorite thing to go eat?
So I have a couple of different things that I absolutely love. Like since I came to the US in general, I fell in love with Mexican food because we don't have that at all in Europe in general, you know.
Mexican food's pretty good.
Big time. And then like one of the things, it's not like typical for here, but like it kind of got like a tradition for me personally. I go to a sushi restaurant after like a good meat or something like that. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like as a reward. It started with me and some close friends after a great competition going there. And then it happened to be again and again. We took like Polaroid pictures and stuff. And since then it's a thing.
That's sick, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you have any like specific places?
Yes. But it's a secret, man.
Wow.
Yes, I'm gatekeeping.
We'll have to, that's all right. We'll have to talk about it off camera.
Exactly.
So, man, I got to ask you this. You're a pretty good looking dude. I'm comfortable enough in my manhood to say that you're a pretty good looking dude. So I imagine you get, you know, obviously you're a Division I athlete at the University of Texas. Good looking guy, good physique. Get a lot of women, huh? A lot of women asking to be with you, at least.
Yeah, that may be true, but I feel like it's also like, for me personally, it's also a challenge. It's like somebody trying to test me how locked in I am. That's like how I see it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can like resist all that stuff and just stay being focused, you will succeed, you know? So I almost see it as a challenge to not do anything about it.
Okay,
Does that make
Leo.
sense?
That's a vet answer, man. Goodness gracious.
Because
you are very media trained.
Because trust me, the thing is for me personally, I love spending time by myself because I can really think and like, you know, bring up my own thoughts. And that's like one of the things I was also thinking. Like sometimes, like it feels like somebody's trying to, come on, Leo, how focused are you? You know what I mean? Come on, let go. I'm like, no, like I'm staying strong, you know?
Ladies, leave the man alone. Come on, man. What are y'all doing? Leave the man alone. But so physically, right? Just looking across the street, do you like your German honeys, or do you like American girls, or is there really no preference?
I'm not gonna lie, there's beautiful girls everywhere.
Absolutely.
But honestly, I love speaking English, or I love when there's any like difference, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I love speaking English, or like if they're from somewhere else and they have some accent, it's always
That's fire.
a little plus, you know what I mean? But it doesn't matter.
That's every guy.
I know,
Promise
I
you
know.
that is every guy. Nah, I just figured I'd ask that, man, because I know that's definitely like a thought that's crossed your mind
Yeah.
since
yeah,
you've been here. You
yeah.
know. So, man, let's talk about athletics. What did the competition look like in Germany? Because you've been doing the decathlon for how many years?
Now, oh my God. Like I've been doing track since I was 6.
Wow.
So 18 years?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay. So German track, just like competition wise, what was the competition like there versus how it is here versus how it is, you know, in the Olympics and these international competitions?
Yeah. I would say like there's a difference in how professional things are being run, kind of, you know. In Germany, they're like really trying their best, but then here it's like a little like it's like next level, you know what I mean? And but it's also because they have more money in here.
Right.
And then at like Worlds or the Olympics and stuff, it's just insane. Like what they do, what they've planned, what they have like for us in general is out of this world.
Yeah. That's insane, man. So you've been in the Olympics.
No.
No.
I've been
Okay.
to like world championships,
Got
which
you.
is basically
Okay.
the same competition, but not the Olympics. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So, what's your like plan? I guess you're going to be an Olympian, like Olympic track
That's the plan.
runner. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Man, that's sick, dude. That's sick, man. So what did the world's competition feel like? Like, because obviously, I mean, there's got to be a different vibe about it. You know, I mean, even this year, playing in Austin for basketball is one thing, but when we went to New York, that's not Worlds, but still the vibe was different. So talk about that.
Yeah. So I feel like I always see my life in like steps. You know what I mean? And so my first World Championships was 2022.
Okay.
And that was like adult World Championships. You know, that's like junior or whatever. But my first one was in 2022. It was kind of like to dip my toes in. I got 10th, which was pretty good at the time, you know. And it just kind of gave me feeling, you know. Then 2023, I had my next World Championships, and I actually got there with the best mark in the world at that time, you know.
Man.
And that was another challenge because it was the first time going in there with a lot of expectations. I did amazing first day, second day. I didn't do good in the first two events. And then I kind of had to get out the hole, and I still got 5th, which is not bad. But I feel like that was also like a lesson for me to like, just for somebody to tell me, hey, Leo, look, you have to fix this and this for the Olympics, you know? So I kind of saw it as like a learning step.
Right.
So now I'm ready for the Olympics, man, you know?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Guys got a fire underneath them. That's awesome, man. So, like, a lot of my listeners are basketball people. So, what's the decathlon? Walk us through what that competition looks like, how it's scored.
Yes.
All you.
So basically, it's track and field, right? So it's a bunch of track and field events. It's 10 events over 2 days.
Okay.
You want to know all the events?
List them.
Okay,
we're
let's go through it fast.
Okay.
100 meters, long jump, shot put, high jump, 400 meters on day 1. Day 2, 110 hurdles, discus, pole vault, javelin, and the 1500 meters. And
This guy is an animal. He is an animal.
It's just a bunch of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, you get a certain amount of points for a certain distance or time.
Right.
They just accumulate all these points, and then in the end you have a score, and whoever has the highest score wins.
What's your favorite event?
I would say probably pole vault.
Really?
It's just so much
Ooh.
fun, you know? Like you run, boom, the pole fucking, sorry.
You're good. You're good.
It bounces you up over the bar. You're like this, and everybody screams and you're still in
That's
the air
insane.
screaming, you're like while you're falling down. You know what I mean?
I've seen your footage. You look like you're having fun down the
Oh
pole.
my god! And then also like when you're running, you can like ask for claps. So while you're running, they're clapping fast and fast, and then you're bouncing up, and you're over the bar. Everybody's like,
Yeah.
Trust me, that moment is
That's
incredible.
sick.
Also, have you seen my video from actually World Championships in Budapest where I'm like
Maybe
over the
so.
bar, like pointing to
Yeah,
the stands?
yeah.
Yes. So
that was nuts.
that's at World Championships, and in the sense that with my family, friends, I had like 30 plus people just for me, like with my shirts and
Man.
everything. It was a great
Oh,
time.
that sounds
was
so cool.
over the bar. I said, yeah. And also that picture was awarded the picture of the year in track and field
Man,
in the world.
I'm sure.
Isn't that crazy?
I saw the footage, and I'm
Yes.
just like,
yeah.
this dude's
Yeah.
an animal. Like
That
you
was-
weren't even worried about the bar. You were just like, I'm over it.
Exactly.
Like, you got to go for the picture on that one.
Exactly.
That's sick, man.
Exactly. So that was a moment, man. Especially
cool.
like with my friends' family in there. That was the first time in, I would say, over like 4 years for them being able to watch me, because all my competition has been in the US so far. That was the first one abroad in Europe again.
Yeah.
So everybody was there, so it meant a lot to me. And then I like pointed at them and screaming, and that's the picture of the year. It's just like a storybook, you know?
Man, so talking about the pictures and the videos, you're big into content. Like that is, you're a lot, you know, we're very similar in that aspect. What has content done for you? How much do you enjoy it? Like, just talk about it. What got you into it?
Yeah, so I think I created my YouTube channel in 2021, maybe something like that.
Okay.
I've not been as active on there as Instagram, for example, but that's like when I started to do content a little bit and editing and all that stuff. And that kind of set me up also to be like a good editor in general. And then, yeah, I started to post on Instagram and TikTok more. And then that kind of started to take off a little bit, especially since I also had some success and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just, since then I've been consistent. Back then I literally posted once a day on Instagram for a long time. And now it's like about 3 times a week, but also very consistent,
Right.
And yeah, the consistency just pays off, I just never stop. And
man, did anyone, I went through this phase too, where I was posting once a day.
Yeah.
And I would post once a day, 6 days a week.
Yeah.
For like 4 months. And everyone was like, Jackson, you're posting too much. Anyone tell you that?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah. What'd you say? What was your response?
That was like the hardest time because people were just saying, Leo, stop posting, Leo, blah, blah, blah.
And you have like no followers compared to what you have now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
The thing is, like, those people, like, I'm trying to keep that world and the people in person separated, If you're complaining that I'm posting too much, I took him off he's not following me anymore, Like,
Really?
I removed him as a follower, so he doesn't have to see it anymore because obviously he doesn't want to see it, and I don't want to hear him complain, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I started doing that, and then
Okay.
it was just a peace of mind, I came into practice and everything. Nobody, like, no noise in my ear all the time, you know what I mean? That's what I did, kind of. And then after some time, I think I also like blocked some people, but not like on a bad note. I said, hey, I blocked you because, bro, you've been complaining too much. And it was like, okay, after some time, I also gained some followers. They're like, hey, Leo, can you unblock me? I'm like, all right, just, don't be mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I like the following number. So I don't necessarily block people or remove them, but I'll tell them, hey, if what I'm doing is making you uncomfortable, you're more than welcome to unfollow me. We can still be cool in person or whatever. But that's the key word, though, is uncomfortable. Because just like they're not posting every day, but we are.
Yeah.
So it makes them uncomfortable to see that we're doing that. Also, a lot of people just don't understand how Instagram works and like the benefits that it can bring you, especially with NIL.
It's so huge, bro. It's so big.
What versus when you first started Instagram to now, what's that evolution looked like?
In what terms?
I guess how much fun you're having with the content, because obviously you're having a lot more fun with it now. But like how much fun you're having, how it's helped you kind of like in the NIL space, brand recognition, just in general, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like also now that I've been doing that so consistently, people just also got used to me posting that much,
Right.
And also for me, it's a lot of fun because as you edit, even the ones that don't work well, you learn from them, you know what I mean? And then from then till now, I learned so much. So now I kind of know exactly what I'm looking for and stuff, like to edit it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a lot of fun. And obviously, it's also good for NIL stuff.
Yeah.
Especially like this is my last semester. After that, I'm gonna go pro in track,
Right.
And then the follower amount is so important to brands and stuff,
Right.
And just your name being out there, especially also for me as a German athlete, just being like a personality in Germany is like a really cool thing that I have the opportunity to be. And so it's very important for all that stuff,
Yeah. I think the coolest thing for me was before this year, people would ask to take pictures with me just because I was a basketball player. But now I've seen the shift where this year it's, oh man, I see your TikToks, or I see you on Instagram all the time. Like, can I get a picture with you? That brings the biggest smile to my face. Because anytime someone asks to take a picture with me, I'm like, who's gonna take it? Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like, is that the same for you?
Yes. One like most people know me because I'm posting so much,
Right.
Oh, that's the German, oh, that's Leo, or the,
You're everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
You're everywhere.
Yeah. And then some people also say, oh, that's sorry.
You're good.
They say that's the guy that posted what I eat in a day on TikTok. I was like, what the I did not expect that. I was
funny.
expecting some track stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was hilarious.
Man, that's funny. Do you reuse the same clips or no? Are they all?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, all the time.
Man, I get so nervous to do that because in the beginning, I guess I got scarred from it because someone pointed it out. They were like, "Oh, you're reusing the same clips to make different videos," and I'm like, "Ooh, like is that a bad thing?"
It's not because you can use it in like a different context. What
Right.
I sometimes do is, honestly, I do it a lot. Like if you have a collages, for example, and then you use 3 of the 8 clips, and put some other clips in between.
Yeah.
Normally people don't notice. And even if, you know what I mean, it's for a different context, for different videos, so it doesn't really matter. And if you post 3 times a week, how much like you can't even get new content all the time. It's impossible.
It's super hard to do.
Yeah.
I meant to ask you about that. Like, for your Instagram stuff, how much of it is like, do you ask people to record for you?
So
or how does that look?
So that's one thing where I'm absolutely blessed with.
Yeah.
I'm doing the decathlon, as you know, right?
Right.
So it's like a lot of events. So I'm out there 2 days, basically 24/7,
Yeah.
And sometimes on the track, I'm the only guy, and we have some media people that I'm really close with as well.
Right.
So sometimes I'm the only one out there, and then they have to record me. There's
Right.
nobody else going on,
Yeah.
And then I'm just asking them for the content, and they're super nice with me, and they help me with that. They give me the content, and then
That's
just
sick.
like the raw footage.
Right.
And then I just edit the crap out of it. you know?
Yeah. Nah, that's sick, dude. That was kind of the relationship I was trying to build with like our media people.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough though, because I guess like shooting basketball practices and games and stuff. And this year I redshirted, so I didn't
Mm-hmm.
play in any games. So it was hard to get footage from in game. But then in practices, it's not as aesthetic-y as track is.
Yeah.
It's so like track footage looks so good, and basketball, it's either like it's great footage or it's absolutely terrible and you can't use it for anything.
Yeah.
So that was a struggle I had this year.
What I would probably do if I was in your shoes is like just look at other basketball influencers,
Yeah.
Because there's a couple of them out there, and like think about what makes them so popular,
Right.
what is like so cool about them, because I feel like most of the time it's like them setting up their own thing,
Yeah.
and then doing some cool shot or something like
Right.
that,
That's what I've been doing a lot. That's why I got like the tripods and the cameras and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Also, this doesn't take away, but it kind of does in a sense of like me being able to get other footage because I love this so much. I mean, this is kind of my niche, is like the podcasting and just chopping it up with super cool people like you. So no, I mean, that's definitely something I'm looking forward to doing more of, is kind of the B-roll with the text over it, right? Kind of how you do.
But then especially as a student athlete, we don't have too much time, like free time. You
At
know what
all.
I mean? Like you got to practice, you got to make sure your body is okay, stretching, rehab, and all that stuff. Plus, you got to study, you got to go to classes, you got to eat.
Right.
Like that takes a lot of time.
And then you got to get your 8 hours.
exactly.
and it's-
Oh my
oh,
god,
man.
Yeah.
So you play video games
Every once in a while, yeah.
every once in a while. What's your go-to game?
Valorant.
Really?
Yes,
A
on
lot of guys
PC.
on the team play Valorant.
Really?
Yeah, like Caden. He
Yeah.
loves Valorant.
My teammates hate Valorant, but just
Really?
because they're ass. You know what I mean? You already know how it is.
No, I mean, you're gonna hate video games if you suck at them. But,
Exactly.
yeah, I left my console at home.
What do you play?
man. 2K.
Oh,
Call-
of
I mean, I'm
course,
like,
of
I'm a
course.
basketball guy, man. But
Yeah.
I mean, I played 2K. I would play Fortnite, Call of Duty. I just suck at video games, man. Like, I'm just not good. Like, I'd rather do this because this is what I'm good at.
Yeah.
I just suck at video games, man.
And then also one fun thing we did is we started a Discord,
Mm-hmm.
and like we started just with like us, like couple track guys, and then we expanded it to other people, friends that we knew and stuff. Now it's a pretty big Discord where we always like, I'm not in there as much anymore, just
Right.
because I've had little time lately, just because I've been busy. But like usually we always hang out in there and just chop
That's
it
sick.
up, play games, like even random small games or something. You
Yeah.
know?
No, that's always the best when you're playing with your boys.
Yes,
That's
for sure.
always the best. And that's, I mean, I left my stuff at home, so I just told myself, I'm just gonna dive in on content.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
leaving the video games
As
at
you
home.
should.
But
Not gonna lie, as you should. There was a time where I spent a lot of time playing video games. Like, just really, I was trying to grind that, And that was a while ago, though. It was like a year ago. And then I was like, you know what? This is crazy. This is literally a waste of time,
you would be such a good streamer, though.
You think so?
Oh, dude, would you? Buddy, you're missing out on like so much dude, you'd be an incredible just Leo
Nah.
the German. Like this guy
Me
is
as a
decathlon.
streamer.
Dude, you as a streamer would be especially an American streamer because you're
Yeah.
German.
Yeah.
And like for some reason we as Americans are just fascinated with that. It's like, dude, you would kill as a streamer.
Really?
Yeah, you would, man. When it's all said and done, like your pro career and
Yeah.
everything, when it's all said and done, start streaming.
Who knows? Maybe I will.
Start streaming.
I mean,
man.
honestly, it's streaming. honestly, streaming.
It's just another form of content.
No, honestly, streaming is probably the easiest way to get content. Because
Yeah.
if you think about it, you set up all your cameras and stuff. That's it.
That's
you don't
it.
have to plan anything. You don't have to do anything.
And you're just sitting there playing video games.
I know.
And you're just like talking shit while playing video games.
I know,
That's
right?
it. Dude. Yeah, man. You would
that's
be
actually
incredible at
funny.
it. Because you're always smiling. You're a funny guy. You have a German accent, which is like everyone's going to rave over. Like, you're a good looking dude. But you got all this stuff. Go ahead and start streaming,
That's
bro.
hilarious.
But you don't have time for it right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The thing is, most streamers, they put in like 8 hours a day or something. We don't have that,
I couldn't play video games for 8 hours a day.
Yeah, that's actually insane.
I couldn't. Yeah. So, kind of back to the content, like, you have however many followers, right? Like 150K, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever feel pressure to like have a good video? Because I feel like every video that I post, if it doesn't get at least 20K views, I
It's
feel like
like-
it sucks.
For me, it's always like I have like the rule almost. Like if it gets as many views as you have followers, then it's like that's like the average. If it's below that,
Really?
it performs like not as good. If it's above that, it performs really well.
Really?
That's kind of like how I see it.
I've never thought about that.
Yeah, that's like a benchmark. I like setting myself benchmarks. Or also
My
another
content's slacking.
or also another benchmark that I like to say is like if the likes are like approximately like 10% of the viewers that you have, then it's like a solid post. you know?
I do that one.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
the 10% rule. I've never thought about it in terms of followers.
That's kind of like how I see it, because if I get like around, it doesn't have to be exact, but around
Right.
the same as I have followers, then it's like
pretty good.
average. Yeah.
Okay. What do you say like average watch time on a video is? Do you look at those stats?
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things that is important to like Instagram or TikTok or anything, and yeah, it's like, for example, TikTok hates like very short videos, like 5-second videos.
Yeah.
But Instagram, they do sometimes amazing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But then TikTok loves long videos, but Instagram too. But then you have to have like at least like probably like half the time as average watch time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I look at the insights, and some videos I'll look at how many hours people have spent watching that video, and it'll be like 258 hours on a video. And I'm like, whoa, like y'all have watched my video for 30 days and I just posted it yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that you can multiply time,
Oh no, it's actually insane. Yeah.
it's nuts.
Yeah.
to
Well,
think
like,
about.
Like that's also what I went through. Like I was like curious what my highest like watch times were.
Yeah.
It's insane.
A couple thousand hours.
In like I don't know it by heart, but
Yeah.
well over a
I
couple
mean,
thousand.
how many videos on Instagram do you have that are plus 1 million?
Ooh, by now actually quite a couple. Like
Right.
I don't know, maybe 10
Yeah.
plus?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So the videos that I have that are like 150K views,
Mm-hmm.
those will be pushing almost 1,000 hours watch time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like if I can hit 1 million, because I got a couple on TikTok that are 1 million.
Yeah.
But the Instagram one, I mean, that watch time is insane.
Bro, I'm telling you, especially if you have like one of like, I don't know, I think one of my like mini vlogs, like what I eat in a day or something,
Yeah.
like maybe 700K or so, and there the average watch time is like 20 some or 30. No, exactly. That was an ab workout. And there my average watch time was amazing.
Yeah.
And that also got a couple of million views.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was a long watch time. I don't even
Yeah.
know how many hours, but it was
That's insane. It's
insane.
insane, man. People on Instagram love the physiques, man. They just I'm getting there. One day
Bro.
one day you'll see me post an ab workout, but not anytime soon. That's funny, man. So your outfit of the day pictures. Is that's a daily thing? Or most days?
Like just when I so it used to be a daily thing because especially after I got the NIL deal with Nike, I had so many outfits. I was like, might as well like expand a little bit on the athlete side and just like show like that I can dress as well, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I just put some outfits on. It was like almost on a daily basis a new picture, and now it's just like whenever I have like a nice outfit on,
Right.
feeling myself, and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna go out there and take a pic.
So let's talk about NIL, because that's something that we talk about with every guest on this show. Because I like hearing, especially older players and older athletes, hearing their perspective, because you were in college before NIL. So before and after, just like that. I mean, I feel like talking to older players, that's like going from TV in black and white to full 4K HD color. So talk about that.
For me, it's like a little bit complicated because I'm an international student, right?
Right.
I don't know if you've heard about that problem, but international student athletes are not allowed to do NIL deals while they're in the US.
Wow.
Yes. So
Really?
I'm basically not allowed to do any NIL deals while I'm here. Nothing. No work being done or posted while I'm here.
Are you not a citizen?
No.
Wow,
I'm
okay.
just German.
Gotcha.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I'm here on a student visa. That's
Right.
why, because I'm not allowed to work.
That's why. Yeah, that makes sense.
But the good thing is that I'm in track where, like, you know, people like Nike and stuff are big influencers, and they wanted me as a NIL athlete.
Right.
So I signed with them like last summer, you know. So we've had like a year-long agreement. So at least I could take advantage a little bit of
Or
it.
you got the king of NIL deals, man. Like, dude, everyone's like, I hear all these people, high school athletes ask me a lot. They're like, oh, like, what kind of NIL deals are you getting? And I name them some companies, and they're like, I've never heard of them. Everyone knows Nike, dude.
Yeah.
So what does that look like?
It's great. It's just because they have basically a benefit later when I sign with like a company. But Nike is just a great company. I love being with them. I get a lot of gear, and just in general, the partnership just works very well together. When I was in Berlin last winter, actually, they took like 2 days out of their time. Ooh, they gave me a great time in Berlin.
Really?
So basically, you want to know about it?
Come on, man. Why am I sitting here if I don't want to know about it, Leo? Come on, man. Let's do it.
So basically, oh my God. So I drove they flew me to Berlin, and then they picked me up there. Nice car, everything. I got to the headquarters. They had one entire room just for me, like a huge room, right? I'm on the screen everywhere in there, you know. I walk in there, huge room just for me, like a buffet in there, everything nice. Then they had like a rack full of nice Nocta clothes, you know, from Drake.
Yes.
Isn't it from Drake?
Drake, yeah.
A bunch of those things, the Jordan 4, Air Force, all kinds of stuff sitting there, all for me to take, right?
Guys, I'm jealous. I'm so jealous.
That was just the first step. And like a photographer and videographer too and everything. Then they brought me to the hotel. On my bed, so many Nike clothes, like the entire bed full with Nike stuff, you know, new, like 2 pair of new shoes, like 10 t-shirts, a couple hoodies, pants and everything.
Yeah.
Then we went out to the shoot and stuff, just around Berlin, just
Yeah.
street style. I ate like some food and stuff, and they took it was fun, you know.
That's sick.
Then I went back for like the night of like to sleep, right? And then I came back, bed was made, a new set of new clothes, new shoes and everything. Bro,
Man.
I went home from that place with like 3 big duffel bags, 4 big duffel bags worth of clothes. It was insane. And they gave me the best time, a nice shoot. I was introduced to they're like a hip kind of, like a club, you know. They
Yeah.
did some basketball, some running and stuff like that.
That's dope.
They gave me some nice jerseys, nice whatever. Bro, I had the time of my life, man.
That sounds like it, dude. I'd have the time of my life too, man. That's sick. Nike, come on, man. What's up? What's up?
I appreciate shout out to Nike here.
Yeah.
Nike athlete since 2023.
All right, dude.
Yes, sir.
That's sick, man. So when you go pro, and you don't have to give me full details, but guess that's going to be a partner in the future, I imagine.
The thing is, you can never say it for sure, just because anything can happen, you know.
Absolutely.
But they're probably it's a good chance it's going to be Nike.
Good chance.
Yeah.
Cool. That's sick, man. That's sick. So what did your parents say when you told them I'm going to be a Nike athlete?
Yeah. When they heard about that, they were like super happy, you know, obviously.
I'm sure.
I mean, because I'm not a Nike athlete yet, technically.
Right.
I'm kind of a Nike athlete.
Kind of.
But
Nike adjacent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it was a great feeling, you know, just because it was right before the Budapest World Championships as well. And that's like what it's all about, you know, to present their stuff on the biggest stage, you know.
Right.
And this year it's going to be the Olympics. And it's just, and also I was able to give like my friends, some of my closest friends, like some just new Jordans and stuff.
That's
my dad some new Jordans and stuff.
That's sick.
And just doing that it was a great feeling.
Yeah, no, I'm sure, man. So when you made the move from Germany to the U.S., you have friends in Germany. What were they saying? How did that go?
They were so, and the thing is, in Germany, you have like this misconception about Texas that everybody is like a typical redneck. They have guns here. They shoot everybody, you know, and they were also like they didn't know if they like black people too in Texas. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
So like they were all like, "Oh, Leo, you sure Texas and stuff?" I'm like, "Yes, it's Austin." You know what I mean? And Austin is
That's
like
funny.
I feel so comfortable here in Austin. It's insane. Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel any negative
Dude.
thing at all. You know?
The city's great.
Oh my
I
God.
love Austin so much.
telling
That's
you.
the one part that kills me about being in the transfer portal
Mm-hmm.
is knowing that I'll end up somewhere that's not Austin. I will be coming back here. I will be coming back here, especially when
love
it's
it.
all said and done.
I have some friends there, like also athletes, also pro athletes and stuff, and they
Right.
wanted to come here literally just for the city to be able to train here. Because just Austin, everybody knows that Austin is just such a great city to live in.
Yeah.
The standard of living here, man. I don't know what you can't like about Austin, besides maybe the prices of like rent or something.
Right.
But besides that, the city, there, it's not lacking on anything.
It's incredible.
Maybe it gets a little bit too hot for you in the summer, but in the summer you just stay a little bit
That
inside.
heat wave.
Exactly, the heat wave. But then you just stay inside, or like everywhere there's air conditioning, everywhere you go to, every restaurant, even the outside places. They don't care about wasting energy. They cool down everything, you know?
Is that not a thing in German? Air conditioning?
No, the thing is, no, Germans are all about efficiency, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you just leave the door open for a little bit too long, there's too much cool air going out there screaming at you.
Really?
Yes. But I mean, you know, Germans are a little bit stricter and stuff, but that's what I'm also saying about Americans. They don't care
We're
as long as you have a good time, you're living, that's America, you know?
America, land of the good times.
You already know.
That's awesome, man. Dude, that's actually really cool, man.
Germans actually don't even like putting on the AC in the car because it burns more fuel. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. That's
Like if you turn on
crazy.
the AC, like it burns a lot more fuel than if you don't.
Yeah, I mean, no, I knew that part.
Yeah,
but
and then
wow.
no, they just put the windows down. That's like typical.
What are gas prices like?
Oh, they're higher than here in the US.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we do
Makes
it
sense.
by liter and not by gallon.
Okay.
And that's why it's like it's not double. It's like times 1.5. I would
Okay.
assume.
What's the
estimate.
currency conversion? Is the US worth more?
No,
Or-
it's about the same right now. I think.
Okay.
But like here,
Well,
it's
that's
like
why y'all's gas prices are crazy. Like,
Yeah, I
no one
know.
wants to spend money on gas.
I
I,
know,
wouldn't be
I
turning
know.
the air conditioner on either. That's funny, man. Oh, dude. So, man, what has it meant to you to be a UT athlete?
It's like being part of a family, you know.
Yeah.
Just because in Germany you don't have any university sports at all. You just have
Really?
club, you know.
Okay.
And then you're teammates with your club people and stuff. And there I also had just like some really close friends. But here it's like anybody who was associated with UT, if you were an athlete or no athlete, you're an alum, it doesn't matter. You're a family, you know. You just have that connection, and it's so deep. And especially if it's a great university, you're like, hey man, that was such a great time, and I'm basically living through you, that you're there right now and stuff like that.
Man.
It's just, bro, it's a connection that you can not find anywhere, you know.
That's sick. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really know that much about
Mm-hmm.
like German universities and stuff. So there's no team sports other than
At
like the
all.
club stuff.
At all.
Wow. So it's very, very different from the US.
For sure. But so that's the negative part. The positive thing is, for example, in track, if you want to make it in pro track, you have to be really, really good. It's like
Yeah.
1% or not even 1%, you know, that makes it pro in track.
Right.
And then if you don't make it pro in track, you're basically done, you know,
Right.
because it's tough to train outside of, you know, a work or whatever. In Germany, if you're at a club, you do it for however long you want to, you know what I mean? Because you've always done it on the side of school, university, or work, you know. So
Yeah, that's a good point.
it has like negative parts and positive things, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So when your career is done, as of right now, because obviously this is subject to change, but do you think you'll end up living here, like in the US or in Germany?
I don't know. I just like let life lead me, you know, and like I end up wherever I.
God, that is such a Leo thing to say, man. That's awesome.
I just live.
That's very
like,
American of you.
Yeah. I just live day by day, you know. Right now I'm just seeing my life basically towards the Olympics. I don't even know what's happening after the Olympics, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I'm gonna stay here, go back to Germany or whatever, But
That's cool,
yeah.
man. Go with the flow, Leo.
Exactly.
Go with the flow, man.
And there's also no rush to decide because, why should I if I don't have to?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you're set, dude. You got it. So, what? How does the training schedule look? Because once you're done here, it'll just be Olympics, Worlds. So, I mean, is it like one event? I mean, you have qualifiers and stuff, I imagine.
I
Or do
actually
you not?
don't. No.
Really?
Yeah. So for Germany, it's basically if you have the standard, which is a certain amount of points, then you're basically in just because they take up to 3 people.
Okay.
And so far, just 2 people have the standards, me and another guy. And then there can be another guy who has a standard, but I also still have the highest point score out of all of us.
Right.
So I'm just in a really good position to qualify.
Yeah.
But I don't have to go for an extra competition.
Got you.
But Americans, they do. They have American
Yeah.
trials and all that stuff.
Yeah, I know
which
the
is
trials
tough.
are serious.
Oh
here.
my God, it's tough.
Yeah.
Like you can be
so that's
literally.
a huge benefit of being German.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's why everybody's always like, oh, I wish I wasn't American. Like in the track world.
Right. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. That's so different, man. I mean, Germany's a lot smaller and
Yeah. If you
a lot
think,
less people trying to be athletes.
Yes,
Yeah.
but if you think about it, you can be the world record holder. You just mess up at Olympic trials, you're not an Olympian.
Yeah.
You just miss out. Isn't that crazy?
That is
One
that is
competition
crazy.
depends on if you make it in there or no.
Individual sports are nuts, man.
I know it's tough.
I don't know. I've always been a team sport guy, but I've always flirted with I guess on the imagination side, being like an individual.
What would it be if you could?
Definitely not track. I'm slow, man. I'm not fast, but I don't know, man. I mean, individual sport. I suck at golf, but I'd probably have to pick golf.
Golf?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'd like to
interesting.
get good at it just
Yeah.
for business purposes.
Yeah. Honestly, golf sounds like a fun thing to be good at. Not gonna lie. Just imagine like you're
It's
going with
cool.
your friend and stuff. You're just beating his ass casually. Isn't that fun?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know, man. I've only played like one round of golf in my life.
fair,
But
that's fair.
I like to get good at it,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how do you see yourself as a business? What about Leo as a business?
I see like the entire thing, like it's a brand and that's also a business.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to like focus on it, because sometimes I'm like, you know what, let me think of maybe I can start a little business or start something and put some time in there. I'm like, no, Leo, you're the business. You have to work on yourself. So that's kind of how I see it a little bit, like, because that's how I'm going to make money in the future,
Right.
And it's also fun, because this is something I really like to work on, like content and all that stuff.
Right.
And you can be creative with the videos. That's big for me, if you're working on something, you just hate it, it's like boring, right?
Right.
But I really have a passion for this, and yeah, it's just trying to build it as much as you can. And I feel like no matter what you achieve, there's always something more that you want to achieve. It's in life in general, It's also with me in track. I'm always like, oh, I want to achieve this. Once I did that, I was like, this is not enough. I want more.
Dude, oh man.
Do you have the same problem?
Absolutely. Every
that
time I
crazy?
get to something, it's like, I haven't done shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I've been doing it a lot with my content because when I first got here, I had maybe 3,000 or like 5,000 followers, maybe. Now I'm at 50. But every time I hit another 10, it was like, I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
And you're always like, I just want to get there. And I just want to get there.
Exactly.
Man, dude,
Bro,
it's
I'm telling you, it's a problem.
I don't know if it's only athletes who have that problem.
But I think it's a good thing, right?
Oh, for sure.
That's how you keep getting better, but it doesn't feel like it really,
Right.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, well, because every time you get to another level, you're up with a bunch of people who have done it. So
Yeah.
then you're like, and those are your peers now.
Yeah.
So you're like, damn, like I'm really not that much better than these dudes. Like,
Yeah.
I got to be better.
Yeah.
And then it's just a repetitive problem.
I think it's a thing for athletes. Like I think we're just
Yeah.
wired different, right?
I mean, we're just competitors,
know.
especially if you're at Texas. With the elite athletics program we have, everyone here is a competitor. And it's, I mean,
But
you're not
then-
going to meet anyone who's not trying to kick your ass at something.
But then it's not that we're like jealous or anything. It's
not at
more
all.
like, okay, yes, I did it, but man, I want like there's a next the
Yeah.
next goal, like you can see it, I want to get there now,
Yeah.
And it just keeps going.
Dude, I compete with you in content. And it's not like a jealousy thing at all. It's like, man, Leo's killing it. Let me see if I can take what he does and apply it to me and see if it works.
So in my opinion, actually, I think every single man in general is in competition with each other in life.
Always.
All the time.
Always.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, in track, you don't have to be in the same event to be a competitor, you know? And it's the same in life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all kind of want the same thing, and we all have to, like, work for it. And that's how I kind of try to view life, you know?
Yeah, not for sure. I think in that, though, and I think you can agree with this, working with other people and collaborating with other people, like, I'm a big believer in high tide raises all ships. So I think me collabing with you and you collabing with someone else and just passing on that chain, I think that ultimately raises the status. Now, where that comes in to, like, potentially being a problem is being selective on who you collaborate with. Because I don't just collaborate with anybody, especially not with content. There isn't one guest that I've had on this podcast that I don't admire in some way. So I think choosing who we not only compete with, but who we also work with, I think that's a huge step.
Definitely. For me, it's also like, if I know that people are, like, actually genuinely nice, I feel like I'm a good detector if, like, somebody is genuinely nice or somebody just, like, especially now at the point where I'm at, like, just likes me because I have, like, a following or something.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. See, it makes him sick to his stomach.
Exactly.
Man.
I fucking hate it.
You're funny, man.
No, but, like, I feel like I have a detector for that, and that's like, also, if I know that somebody is really genuine, I really appreciate that's, I feel like, pretty rare lately. You know?
It is.
But then I really make sure that I show that I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Always, man. Well, dude, you know it's always a good time when we kick back and hang out together.
You already know, man.
It's always a good time. You got anything else you want to say to the people?
Just, live your life, have fun, and enjoy it, work hard, and it'll pay off. I don't know.
Always, man.
Yeah.
Well, Leo, I appreciate you coming on, dude. This was a ton of fun, man.
Yeah,
and I'll
I had a lot of fun.
Definitely have you back on sometime soon, man. And we'll hang out together more before I get up out of here at the end of the month. So, my man.
Awesome. All right.
For all you guys at home, make sure that you go follow my man, Leo. His journey has been incredible, and it will continue to be incredible. He is literally a one-of-a-kind individual. He's a guy that, made friends with earlier this year, and I'm super glad that me and him are tight now. And you will see me copying a lot of his content. Just make sure that you go give him a follow on Instagram and TikTok. If you liked this podcast and you want to see more like it, hit a comment, hit the subscribe button, whatever it is you want to do. I appreciate all of it. And with that being said, whether you're on the court or you're on the sideline, go with God and always do your best. Peace.